What's going on, traders? Welcome to this week's Forex forecast. And if this is your first time to my channel and you want to try to grow your trading account and learn more about supply and demand trading, hit that subscribe button. And I do these videos once a week, and hopefully they can help you guys become a profitable trader. So we'll get right into it here, and stay tuned till the end. I will be doing a trade review video that I took on crude oil this week, my only trade. I just didn't want to make one full video about it, so I'm just gonna include it here in the end. So we'll start with the US dollar. As far as the rankings go, this week nothing has changed. Basically, no new data has come out that has changed anything. I think Canadian unemployment changed a little bit, but they're still the weakest. So this snapshot still remains the same. So this is the snapshot here, and we'll start with the US dollar. I think they did reduce some short positions if you look at the call reports. Yeah, they added some longs and added some shorts. So, based on what we've been seeing, the shortness on the US dollar, maybe it's just, and looking at the chart too, they're coming up to this monthly supply, so I think they're just taking profits off. I still am bearish on the US dollar. This little uptrend that we've been having on the daily, the momentum has been broken officially by this candle close. But we're still not out of the woods yet, because we still have this demand zone here that is holding on the daily. It's not the greatest demand zone. It's kind of a pivot, but it is. Buyers are stepping up here, and I think that the banks are noticing that, and they are starting to add some longs in here just for some profit taking, because they have it's been on a downtrend quite a bit. But I am still bearish, and the fact that they are adding shorts as well makes me think that they are going to push price down to this monthly area of demand that we've had on our list for quite a while now. And if you want, you could even actually draw, I don't know why I grabbed that, you could actually almost draw it like that, and it would be reacting off of it, but I don't want to do that just yet. I still think that there is room to fall, so that is what I'm seeing on the US dollar. Obviously the euro is very similar, just the opposite, getting pushed up to that monthly supply. And they did get rid of quite a bit of longs on the euro, but according to compared to their actual size, it's not, I wouldn't say it's insignificant, but it's really not. It's not like they have 50,000 positions and they got rid of 10,000, right? They have 40,000 and they got rid of 10,000. So, and they added some shorts. So, I think the euro is still going to move up, but what I'm thinking is happening is, as price reaches this monthly area of supply, they're just getting rid of some of their, or they're adding shorts to take some profits off of their trade. So my expectation is for this zone to actually break on the euro, and obviously the opposite for the dollar. But like I said, I just think that that price is still going to rise, even though clearly we've seen a little bit of a shift here. They're getting rid of some longs, and they have been getting rid of some longs. This whole one call report, they added 16,000 longs. Well, they basically just got rid of them in the last two. So I think all they're doing is they're just taking profits and still going to ride it up to that monthly area of supply. So I am still pretty bullish on the euro. It's all about finding a buying opportunity, and I missed this trade here on the 4-hour. Price was like right around here, and I just didn't want to really place a market order, so I just placed one a little bit below. Never tagged me in, but you know what? That's all good. There will always be plenty of opportunities. So we'll go to the Aussie US dollar. And I forgot to look at this in the euro, but rank number 3, pretty more long to short. It's a buy. We'll go to the Aussie dollar. Rank number 1, obviously, 55% long, 45% short. Not the greatest idea. As you can see here, they added some longs and added some shorts. And it comes as no surprise. We are coming up to this, clearly this selling area. None of this is great. I wouldn't really put my money in any of one of these to be selling at. Maybe when we get up to here, if the call reports change. I just think that we're seeing a pullback. That's all. They're clearly they've been pretty. The car reports barely show them being more long, but clearly they've been removing some shorts here too. So I still think we have a lot of room to go to the upside. So and based on the fact that we've been on this rally and they're still adding longs and some shorts, makes me think that they are just profit taking right now. So basically I'm still looking for some buys on the pair. And as far as the 4 hour goes, this is kind of a weird stair step zone here, but I don't mind this area right here, 70.71, because it has taken out this area of supply at the 0.72 area, 724 area. So I don't mind taking this right now. I wouldn't want to be buying anywhere near where it's at right now, and the reasoning is because it's pretty overextended. So what I would like to see is, maybe a little bit of a push higher, get a nice pullback, get a nice buy for price to go to the upside. Because like I said, based on the car reports, they're still adding longs. And they're taking shorts, I think, is just profit taking or hedging for maybe up here when price does move back down a little bit. Or sorry, when price does have a little bit of a pullback. So yeah. All right, we'll go to the USD Cad. Canadian dollar still remains the weakest currency pair, but they are majority long. I don't know if that has something to do with oil, but clearly they're long bias on here, so it's a tough one. It's definitely a tough thing. Here's another thing too in the USD CAD, the retail sentiment. The retail is majority long, which means we usually want to do the opposite of that, right? So the USD CAD, I'm not super keen on trading it, but it's a tough call. We are on this monthly demand area, but I don't really want to be doing what retail is doing. But this could be a potential trap setup. Their majority long, their stop loss could actually be, and I drew this out last time, looking like it's pretty accurate. Their stop loss definitely has the potential to be underneath this right here, this daily level, and there is this nice 4 hour level at the extreme right here inside of this daily. But I'm not really super keen on going long in this area. I don't mind maybe looking for another shorting opportunity up in here. We'll just have to see the price action and in the next couple of weeks to see what happens. But I wouldn't be surprised if we do bounce off this. And they still remain, and I'm sure that the retail will still remain long if price does come down to there. And that's where if price comes back up, we could get a nice shorting opportunity up in this area around the 1.325. But yeah, that's the USD CAD. I've always talked about how the car reports are pretty weird on the USD CAD. They don't really correlate that well. And I think that has something to do with the price of oil and all that good stuff. So. But clearly we saw a nice reaction. If you look on the top right screen, we had a nice reaction off this weekly supply. Great reaction off of that. And now we are coming into this kind of weekly, wouldn't really call it demand, but clearly buyers stepped up here. So I'd be weary of that one. The USD CAD, I'm not super keen on trading it. The Japanese yen, they're number 4, kind of right in the middle, but they are majority long. So I'm still looking for longs on the Japanese yen. They did on the pair USD JPY, they did remove some shorts and they added longs. So I do expect us to be getting a pullback now, and it kind of looks like we have been, right? We're on this little bit of an uptrend on the daily, or buyers are at least stepping up. I missed the trades in here in the USD Japanese yen, but clearly we're coming down to this monthly area of demand, as you can see in the top left screen, this 103.42 area. So I'm not surprised to see them adding some longs, potentially hedging for a little bit of a move higher. And where's it going to go from here? It's a tough one. There's nothing really fresh until we get right up here I just don't think we're gonna see that. So yeah, it's kind of the yen's kind of a tough one as well. We do have a couple areas right here um, that are going to be probably a little bit of trouble. Nothing I put my money on, but clearly we have some buyers stepping up right here. So on the 4 hour, we have some nice zones down here that I'm probably not going to take, but I wouldn't be surprised if we do see a reaction off of it. It's a tough one to read. This monthly's super choppy, but I don't see how we won't get a reaction off of this monthly area of demand. Clearly, we've reacted off it pretty good once before. Now it's all about looking at the car reports. I expect a little bit of a pullback. I actually wouldn't even be super surprised if this supply breaks. But at the same time, I don't really see anything clean till like up here on the daily. I just don't know if we're going to get a move down lower, really. What I would maybe like to see is price break this area, maybe come back for a nice shorting opportunity in this area once again at the 106 mark. Go to the British pound. They remain number 6, pretty weak, and they're pretty long. They're getting more long on the pound. If you look at the car reports, they added some longs, 1,482 longs, and a little bit of shorts. That 35 is basically nothing. But the week before, they did add 11,000 shorts. So, I think that maybe they're pushing the market up right now in the pound to get a better entry. As you can see right here, this area has broken this supply area that I did take it one trade in before. It is broken now. So I'm going to make that my remove zone. Yeah, so it's broken now. So I don't see why we won't get a nice push up. I just don't know how far up price is really going to go. Maybe to this weekly, daily, or monthly area of supply, but we have another nice. It's not super nice. This move away is kind of it's stair-steppy with that little doji candle there, but based on the fact that they're adding longs, makes me think that they're just pushing price up to get a better short position up here. Because it's a tough one. I'm bullish on the U.S. dollar, but I'm bearish on the U.S. dollar, but I'm also bearish on the pound. But it's a tough one. We're just gonna have to wait and see. If price does come up here, maybe it's a nice extended rally, then that would possibly be a good shorting position here. And as far as the retail sentiment goes, they are majority short. So what that makes me think that we are going to see a rise higher in the pound. Maybe when price gets up to here, I'll look for getting a shorting opportunity in this weekly area. I definitely like this area on the weekly. Broke momentum. Look at that. Nice bullish or bearish engulfing candle. So that would be my next shorting opportunity right up. Even maybe right up in this area up here. Could possibly get like a 2-to-1. Something like that. Alright, USD Swiss still remain number 2, and they actually added some longs. Where are we at? USD Swiss. Well, they didn't add longs, but their long exposure on the Swiss did increase by quite a bit, because they did remove 2,200 shorts, 2,500 longs on the pair USD Swiss. That might not seem like a lot, but based on how they only had 6,000 orders or contracts open, it's pretty significant. That's why we saw such a shift. And that's crazy. 82%, 18%. They're ranked number 2. Like, I'm still super bearish or bullish on the Swiss. And obviously that prediction didn't play out. One of them is, though. I could maybe see us having a reaction off of here, because we are coming, we are pretty low on the curve. This is all crap, but we have seen a pretty extended market here, so I wouldn't be surprised if we do see a push back up to this weekly area of supply right up here. which is, you know, right around this daily area of supply as well. So I wouldn't be surprised if we do see a move higher up. I had an order to get short in this 4-hour zone. Price never got to it, unfortunately. I'm just going to change this here to removed. So yeah, I had an order here, never got filled. Nice wick. That makes me think that this area might actually still be decent for a shorting opportunity. So, but you know, price is super overextended right now. I will not be surprised if we see a rally out to here. Ideally, what I would like to see is price to come back up to, like I said, to this daily area up here, and we get a nice shorting opportunity. And retail is majority long, 80 to 20. It's funny, they're 80 to 20 long, and then, and then right here, they're like, the banks are 80 to 20 short on the pair. This is obviously the opposite, right? But yeah, that's the Swiss. I'm still very bearish on the USD Swiss. This right here, I'm not super in love with that area. I would like to see this at least broken. If price does come up here, I would be very worried about that zone. I'll have to look at the car reports and see what's going on. All right, to gold. Gold. They added 4,800 longs. That's pretty significant. I mean, it's not a significant amount. It's just significant that the last two reports, they've actually been getting rid of shorts and adding longs. So anything in gold right now is a buying opportunity for me. What I would like to see is price to come down to this monthly area as they continue to add longs, which would be very bullish for me. And I talked about this. If price breaks this area, which it did, I'm going to be looking for longs. And it did just that. So now I am very bullish on gold. So this would be my nearest buying opportunity as of now. Hopefully what will happen in the short term is price will come up to this weekly or daily area of supply, drop back down to this area, and then the next report will come out and it shows that they're still adding longs. That would be completely ideal. Ideal situation for me. We'll go to silver. I think it's a similar picture. Didn't really do much. They added longs and some shorts, but you know, only not even more than 1,000 total. So nothing crazy. Still very bullish on silver. Similar supply zone hasn't been broken yet in silver. I'm waiting for that, and then maybe get a nice buying opportunity in silver. All this 4-hour junk was removed. I'm not surprised to see that. As far as retail sentiment goes, they're majority short as well. I could see that getting even more short the more that gold and silver does push up. So still bullish on silver, just haven't found a buying opportunity just quite yet. All right, actually I'll do oil last as I do my trade review. So the S&P 500 just started tracking these car reports as well. They added some longs and added some shorts. So I wouldn't be surprised, especially with the U.S. election coming up, I wouldn't be surprised to just see, you know, price ranging off of the supply, demand, just ranging maybe till after the election. I'm personally not touching it. I'm not invested in it at all. I just wouldn't be surprised to see it range. What is the next one here? The U.S. 10-year bond. They got rid of a lot of longs and added some shorts, which makes me think that this whole sentiment is changing. I'm very bearish on 10-year bonds. I think they're going to be in a lot of trouble. It's all about finding that right buying opportunity right now. And as you can see on the monthly, we are very, very overextended. So I am kind of just waiting for a nice buying opportunity. As far as the 4-hour, I'm so stuffed up right now. Sorry, guys. As far as a shorting opportunity, I don't mind this on the 4-hour. It's not the best. It's a nice move away, though. So, you know, if price does come back up to here and it takes a little while, and we look at these car reports again, it shows that they're adding even more shorts and getting rid of even more longs, then I'm definitely probably going to be taking a position up in that area. All right, natural gas. If you guys want to give me like a second here, give me 2 seconds. Alright, sorry about that, guys. A little stuffed up here. I always get stuffed up in the morning. My allergies are super bad, especially around this time of year as it starts to get a little colder. Natural gas. This one's kind of been off my radar, kind of indecisive, but they are adding some more longs now. And they got rid of a lot of shorts. So in the past 2 reports, they got rid of 17,000 shorts each time, and they're adding longs. So I am kind of more bullish on here, so I am going to mark this one a little more green. And I think we're reacting off like this clearly monthly lows. I could definitely see this supply zone of the monthly get completely broken. As far as the daily goes, I guess you have this zone right here to look for buys. I'm going to make this removed. So that was removed, and now we have an uptrend. So I am definitely looking to probably go long. I don't know about that area. It's kind of weird. It's kind of all reaction off of this. It's a tough one. I would definitely prefer price to go to this area of demand and wait for another report to come out to really make sure that they are in fact changing their bias from kind of neutral to more long. That's what I'd prefer, but might maybe take a stab on here regardless. We'll see. All right, now to oil. We'll do the car reports first, then my trade review. Oil, they added longs. Not much to say. They're still adding longs, still very long biased. 657,000, very bullish, still looking for buys in oil, still think that we're going to fill this gap up to this monthly area, maybe even push a little higher. Yeah, it's all about finding that golden buying opportunity, which is what I did. So basically what I noticed was price reacted off down here very nicely off of this daily level, the daily buying area. Banks were clearly accumulating a position down here. And then I saw on the 4-hour, I'll blow the 4-hour up. Oops. So, what I saw on the 4-hour was this supply zone was holding up very well. Once broke this area. And it's a nice break too. It's 2 wicks, not just 1 wick. If it was just been 1 wick, I would have been kind of, not super keen on taking this area. 2 nice wicks up, broke that supply, found this buying opportunity right here on the 4-hour, and I took it. I had the trade like this, and then I waited for it to go 2-to-1. After it went 2-to-1, I did put my stop loss underneath this candle right here at like $40.22. Alright, no, I think it was a little higher because it was a 50% candle at the time, and it did tag me out for like 1.5-to-1, something like that. I did give up quite a bit of gains, and the only reason that happened is because I was a little bit busy, and I wanted to protect my stop loss, and I got tagged out. I was pretty surprised, but it was a nice little trade. My only trade I took this week. I'm happy with it. I think it went really well. So I was happy with the little money I made on that. I don't risk full amount when it's outside of my higher time frame, which is my daily. So I only risked half on this, but still a little nice reward. And we're right now at the 4-hour holding these highs up here, and I definitely expect for this to make another push higher. As far as a buying opportunity goes, again, it's kind of tough to see. I would like to see this whole daily level removed before I buy again. So what I'd like to see is price to come up even higher, remove this level on the daily, maybe a nice 4-hour zone is formed for a nice buying opportunity. But that's the end of the video. I hope this helped. If you made it this far, let me know. See you guys. Good luck this week.